Okay, so we're going to have a look at the top three Tottenham Hotspur signings or transfers done by Pochettino. Now, I'm currently away on holiday in Greece for about 10 days, so I've pre-recorded this video because I'm not sure whether I'll be able to keep up to date with the latest transfer news and record and upload while I'm away. Now, it's so we'll look at the top three signings that Pochettino's done with his time at Spurs. And, you know, when I've looked at other managers and done the videos on the other managers, it's fair to say that Pochettino really hasn't had the same practice that the other top managers in the Premier League have had. Levy really has kept hold of that checkbook, hasn't he, the last two transfer windows. But Pochettino's been there a while, so it's interesting to look. And, you know, he's obviously had to operate on a different budget to some of the other guys. But let's have a look at his what I class as his top three signings. Football's a game of opinion, so I'd love to hear your opinions. Would you keep them the same? Would you put them in a different order, or would you put somebody else in? So number three is Toby Alderweireld, signed by Pochettino in July 15, came from Atletico Madrid for about 11 million. He's age 30 now, so you know he's one of the older ones in the ranks. What I like about him, he's a real uncomplicated player. You know, he's just a good, steady centre half. Doesn't do too much wrong. He doesn't stand out as some standout player, but you know he's been crucial, particularly on Tottenham's Champions League run last year. Plays great alongside Vertonghen, you know, his Belgian teammate. He's an uncomplicated player. He passes the ball well, and what I like about him, a lot of his passes, he plays forwards. So he's a centre half that's looking, when he gets the ball, to play that forward pass, and you know, he gets the team moving forward fairly quickly. So I think he's a really good signing by Pochettino. 11 million, you could say, is an absolute bargain, and that's my number three. At number two is going to be Dele Alli. He was signed for 5 million from MK Dons back in 2015. Now, one thing that really sort of, when you look at it, surprises me, Dele Alli's still only 23. He feels to have been around for forever, you know, and on the international scene as well, he almost feels like he's a senior player, but he's still only 23. You know, £5 million, you can't knock that sort of transfer. 18-19, probably not been his best season in terms of goals and assists. You know, at times people have sort of criticised him maybe going missing in some of the big matches, but there's no doubt he really is a superb signing. He's one of those players that sort of drifts into the box. He's hard to pick up. He contributes on the goals. He's got a really good engine, great energy to him. You know, there's that little bit of edge to him. I like that little bit of competitive edge that I like about him. And you know, prior to this season, his goals and assists, you know, were up there amongst any midfielders in the country. So I really like Dele Alli. £5 million 3 years ago. Terrific signing. So that's my number two for Pochettino. At number one is Heung-min. So he was signed from Bayer Leverkusen in 2015 for, I think, about £22 million. Not too sure on the exact figure, but around about £22 million. He's age 26, forward. Superb pace, and what I like about him is he's a player that's improved. You can see the improvement in him, and he's had to play second fiddle to Kane quite a lot in the team. But when you look at his figures, I mean, his figures for 18-19, 20 goals, 10 assists. 17-18, 18 goals, 11 assists, and the year before that, 16-17, 21 goals, 10 assists. You know, terrific figures, but it's almost, you know, to other than to an ardent Tottenham fan, he's sort of gone under the radar a little bit. It's really difficult to mark because he's got that terrific pace. I think the one criticism against him is that, you know, sometimes he could just be a little bit more clinical. But I think he's an absolutely superb signing. I think if he wasn't in the team, he wasn't in the squad, this year would have been a really difficult year for Tottenham, you know, with the injuries Kane's picked up. So, you know, he doesn't complain. He's got a great attitude, great positivity. He's a worker, he's a grafter. I think he's absolutely brilliant. He's my number one Tottenham signing by Pochettino. Obviously interested to hear your comments. Let me know in the comments below what you think, if you have somebody else indifferent or would you juggle the order around. And if you like the video, like the channel, please subscribe. I'll be back from holiday in a week or so, and hopefully get some more up-to-date latest transfer news out for you before we're soon into the season again. Thanks for watching.